right? I said, that's dope as fuck. And he goes, and Quake said, it's a fraternity and they do this badass dance. I said, show it to me. And you know, we don't have YouTube or anything like that, so he didn't have any way to really show it to me, man. And we were trying to figure out how to see it, so he played the movie.
School Days.
Spike Lee, right?
School Days, yeah. That's his first.
And that's where I saw
his first big movie, yeah.
So if you look at my dance move, when you're seeing it,
oh.
And then I put a couple different steps in there where I do the back turn and all that and the flip and the step, but it's I got it from watching that shit. I was like, this is dope, man.
That's dope.
And it evolved into that, but originally it didn't start as that. It's funny.
Well, when you look at the lyrics, kind of like the last part of the song, you know, girls were hot, wearing less than bikinis, rockman lovers, driving Lamborghinis, jealous because I'm out getting mine, shade with the gauge, vanilla with the 9, chumps are acting ill because they're full of 8-ball, gunshots rang out, like you know, grabbing your 9, you know, shells dropping. This is, would you essentially say this is one of the first gangster rap songs in a way?
You perceive it like that. It's whatever the person listening perceives it as.
But it's a very violent verse. You're talking about doing a drive-by, right?
It is. It's not for kids, and it was funny how that worked out because I became this role model at the time, and I'm like, is anybody listening to the lyrics of this?
Right.
What parents are not listening to this? How am I this teeny bopper magazine role model with Shay with the gauge, vanilla with the 9, 8-ball is cocaine, gauge and 9mm guns, and yet I'm on the cover of fucking Teen Beat? Really? I guess because I was a teenager.
Ironic, right?
That's it. I was a teenager.
Were there like gangster rap songs before Ice Ice Baby?
Was there gangster rap songs before Ice Ice Baby?
This is way before NWA.
I don't even consider Ice Ice Baby a gangster rap.
Well, but that verse
I think I'm a story rapper.
That verse is though.
I'm not gangster.
I know that, but I'm saying, but that's one of the first.
It may be hardcore gangster the way it sounds, but I was around all that shit, and all you are is portraying what you see. A1A, you're cruising down there. I saw a bunch of guys, and same shit. You just reflect on what you see, and you just write it. It comes to your brain. You see it. It's easy. It's in your subconscious. When it comes out, you just tell the story. The song came together really fast, but the truth is that it's just a moment about cruising A1A and all the shit you see every weekend and all the people you see. From everybody, the drug dealers on the corners to the fucking guns everywhere you see them, you know. Yeah, people pop trunks, people shoot people. I've got story after story of gun shootouts and fucking places and handy-dans and forest lanes and A1A Beachfront Avenue and all the keg parties and there's so many things that just kind of come into your play when you start thinking of Ice Ice Baby of that time and era, that it's legendary, that it owns a space and time that can never be forgotten. And it became an anthem, not a song. It's not just a #1 song, it's still big amongst every generation, including ours, Generation X, to the 3 after hours, all the way to Alpha. And it just keeps regenerating itself to the youth. It's amazing. But gangster, maybe if you perceive it that way, it's all how you perceive it, you know? Yeah. It's a story. I tell stories, I'm a story rapper. I don't believe in just not making any sense, and if you're gonna sit here and say something, might as well say something that tells a story so people can listen to it and be entertained by it.
Well, right around that time you wrote that song, you dropped out of school?
Yeah.
In 10th grade?
Yeah. I was only like 16. Yeah. And I was scrounging.
Okay, why'd you drop out?
Because I had millions of dollars in front of me, and my teacher, I would fall asleep because I was up. You gotta understand, I partied with the party people, but never drank, never did anything. So I had to race. I raced motocross. So I would go to make my money racing dirt bikes. So I'd wake up the next morning after the party on Saturday, and it was Sunday. So I'd go to the party because all the girls were there. So I had to go. It's a popular kid hangout. All the people talk about it. Everybody knew I didn't drink. They just, I couldn't. I'm all about motocross. They see my truck all week long. I never did homework in school, not one day ever. My mom went to the principal and said, my son does not do homework. He's a professional motocross racer. He will come to this school every day with his dirt bike in the back of his truck. So in the parking lot, you see my truck out there, I'm the only one with a dirt bike in it. After school, my mom made sure, they said, if you don't have calluses on your hands when you come home, that means you were fucking off. And you're trying to go chase the pussy or some shit, right? and I got caught a couple times doing that. Funny story there. But Yeah, and she made sure that if I'm gonna not do my homework, that I'm gonna be practicing the shit out of that motocross and go out there. And yeah, I'd make $1,500 a Sunday. And my brother, he was working at Piggly Wiggly, stacking groceries. I would purposely go through his line and get a bunch of shit and fan the money in front of him because he was such a dick to me growing up. You know, he beat me up. He's 5 years older all the time. We love each other now. We're cool, but we laugh about it. He could have taken me fishing and been a cool brother, and instead he was beating me up the whole time. But so it gave me encouragement to say, I'm gonna fucking go out there and show this motherfucker. So I went and trained a little harder, worked a little harder, and one thing I learned from motocross that I use in life is that the competitive drive that it takes to win at motocross is something that is tattooed to you for life. And that guy Byron I told you about, my stepdad, he would take me to the races and shit, and he had my bike there, and he would sit there and change my tires, oil my chain, make sure everything was good and gassed up and ready to race. Man, I came in 4th place one time out of 40 riders, Lake Whitney Cycle Ranch. And he comes in, I take my helmet, he kicks my helmet, starts packing up my shit, and I got a whole nother motor. He goes, I go, what's wrong? He was pissed, man. He goes, I can't believe I came out here to watch you get 4th place. This is some bullshit. Those 3 guys that beat you, you're way better than them. I'm not gonna spend my whole day, I work all week to get you these bikes and take your shit and fix this, fuck this 4th place shit. He goes, you're way fucking better with that. And I go, I'm sitting back going, I'm tired. I'm like, just get off the track. Got mud all over my face, and I'm watching him kick shit and throw it and load my bikes up and go home. I'm like, fuck. He was pissed the whole way home and didn't talk. I'm just, God. And he says, I know you were at your girlfriend's house last night. You're not committed to this. If you're not committed, I'm not gonna commit. You can take care of your own shit now. You can bring yourself to the races, because I didn't come out here to watch you get 4th place. This is some bullshit. You're way better than that. Came in your room last night at 3 a.m. I know you were over at your girlfriend's house, and I did. He goes, that's not winning. He goes, you think real professionals, you think, and at the time it was like Jeremy McGrath or whoever it was, not Jeremy, even before, Brock Glover and all these guys, he was mentioning these pros that I really loved, you know, Ricky Johnson, that's who he was using. He said, you think those guys went out and got pussy the night before they had a big race? You're a dumbass, you're not committed, I'm not committed. All week, all the next, I learned something there. I learned that when the gate drops, the bullshit stops. So 40 riders, who wants it the most? He goes, you don't want it. You don't want this. You're out here wasting my time, your time, and everybody's time. He says, this is bullshit, 4th place. He goes, but I beat the other 36 guys. No, man. And sure enough, I went out and I practiced and I practiced and I practiced, and I called my girlfriend, honey, I can't make it this week. I'm dedicated and committed. This is more important than this piece of ass, and I'm sorry to you. And it didn't work out, the relationship, and I committed myself to this motocross, and sure enough, the practice makes perfect. I wrote about that in a song, Play That Funky Music. I said, but not if you're a loafer. It's in the instructions of life, my mom said. She goes, it's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If you don't go out and pay attention to the word pursuit, you might not pursue it. They wouldn't put the word pursuit in the instructions if you didn't have to go pursue it. So get your ass up and go pursue your happiness. What would make you happy? Coming in 4th place or 1st place? And I go, fucking Mom, you got me again. Look, I got goosebumps.
Okay, right around that time.
I smoked those guys, by the way, when I came back. And what I learned from this is that I carry this in life. When I became a rapper and all that, I was a rapper in the middle of all that. I still carried that same competitive drive with me. I'm a battle rapper. I grew up on, battling. I will battle anybody from just off the top of the head. That's what I do. I've come from late 80s and shit. That's what you do. You go to the parking lot, keg drinking parties, and you talk shit. It started off with your mama jokes, Your mama got so much hair on her arm, looked like she got buckwheat in a headlock. Just 8 guys from the football team riding around in a Volkswagen bus, popping a wheelie because there's so much weight in the back, eating burritos and farting all over each other. Telling your mama jokes and rapping.
Well, at one point, you get arrested for assault.
1 point.
Multiple points?
Let's just stay with 1.
Okay. Well, because you spent 2 weeks in jail for one
criminal.
incident.
2 weeks in jail once.
Okay.
Is that all it shows?
How many assault arrests did you have?
I don't keep track of that shit. They asked me that last time I went through Canada, and I go, you tell me, it's on your computer. I have no idea.
Okay.
I ran the streets, man. I got arrested many, many times, probably more than you can find out on that computer. Half of them have been expunged.
What was the most serious situation you got arrested?
I'm not any kind of murderer. I'm not any kind of person that's going to hurt anybody or do anything like that.
Just fist fights, basically?
Huh?
Just fist
Running
fights?
with the wrong crowd.
Okay.
Wrong people. You learn, you get wise when you get older and you go, that was dumb. I was young and dumb. And I owed these people something because they did something for me that I'm not going to sit here and detail out with you. I'm not going to tell you that.
Okay.
But let's just, to be fair, yeah, I ran with some pretty rough people. Did some rough shit. And I ended up, show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. And I still believe in that today. And I didn't know that back then. When you're young and dumb, you ask a favor to somebody and then you're fucking in it for life and you can't get out. And you're like, God damn it. So, yeah, I got paid my dues, but ran with the wrong crews, man. It was not, I think you should all kids, all people out there, everybody should probably watch and think about who they're really hanging with and probably research. It's easier to research people today because you can check them out, you know, and who is this person I'm hanging with? But when you're young, they may not have a record on fucking eBay or, on the internet that you can check out, right? So, watch who you're hanging with and running with. I didn't know. Even the whole Juan Almeida thing and everything, I didn't even know, man. I found myself in so many places being young and dumb and looking back on it now in my life going, holy shit, I shouldn't have been with those people. I shouldn't have been with that. I shouldn't have been here. I found my way through it all and survived, though, you know?
Well, as you're coming up, you would perform at this club called City Lights a lot. And at one point, a situation happened where you got 5 times. Can you talk about what happened?
Yeah. I got 5 times, got my main artery right here in my leg. I almost died. You only have 8 pints of blood, I lost 4.
Damn.
And it was in my friend's seat for 3 months after, and still didn't even dry up. Like he had the sponge seat, you know, underneath it, and it was in the seat when he took me to the hospital. My buddy Phil took me to the hospital. It was his fight. It wasn't even my fight. I didn't even know who this guy was. I was his passenger.
Oh.
And Phil gets out of the car at this dude's house, and I think it was over a girl or something stupid. I didn't even know. I'm riding with him, man. He goes, I'm gonna stop off at this dude's house and fuck him up. And now I'm with this dude, Phil. And we're in high school, man. And this dude's got a beard like you and big. Nobody's gonna mess with Phil. Phil gets out of his car, man. And he's in the front yard of some dude's house. And he goes up and the dude comes out in this trench coat. And Phil runs turns into the biggest in the world and runs. And I'm standing there and I'm like, what the was that? The dude was coming at him and he turns around and ran. Huh. This is my big ass Phil, man, the big dude. And the guy came at me. And he goes, you want some of this? And I go, I don't even know who you are. I don't know what this is, bro. What's going on? I'm just standing there and he's yuck. Next thing I know, I turn around, I choke the dude. He's just a skinny dude, a little guy. And that's why I couldn't understand why Phil ran. I didn't see the knife. He ran because he had a knife. And Phil comes back after the dude's laughing. I beat the dude's ass. He saw me. Phil's 2 houses down in the front yard looking at me. I'm fighting this dude. Didn't even know he was stabbing me. And I'm choking him and I choked him out. Did one of those old UFC moves. I put him on the ground. I just choked him out. I'm punching him in the face. I beat his ass. He was a skinny little dude. He was easy to beat up. I let him go. He's out and I get up and he's still on the ground and he's laughing at me. I'm like, why are you laughing, dude? I just beat your ass. And I'm exhausted. So I put my hands like this. And my hand slipped off. And I go, what the f? And I looked at it and it was blood everywhere. And you got my main artery here. It was just gushing out like shit you'd see out of the movies where just an artery is the main thing. It squirts out. And he got me in my ass cheek. Me across here, got 47 stitches on my hand.
47 stitches.
From here, see it? Right here, all the way down to here. I mean, I got scars. There's the f***ing artery right there, dog. Not to show you my untanned leg. I don't wear f***ing tight shorts, but that's where the knife went in right there. And I'll spare you the details of my ass, but
yeah, we don't need
there's the scar there. Scar stories, man. Nothing to it.
Okay.
You survive things, but I guess it sounds interesting when you hear this because I was literally a teenager in high school when this happened, and I told you I was running with wrong people and wrong crews, wrong areas, man, and you get caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Ooh. That's why I say watch out who you're hanging with. Less friends is better sometimes. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. God, that was so stupid, you know? But I also found myself in the right place at the right time many times.
Right. Was that the most violent incident you've ever been in?
Almost losing my life. depends. Most blood, but not the most violent. I've been shot at.
You've been shot
I
at?
got carjacked.
You got carjacked?
Yeah.
Was this early or later?
And I was running in a zigzag so they couldn't shoot me. My friend was running straight and he outran me, and he had shorter legs than I did, because I was like, I just figured if he was shooting, I was gonna run so you couldn't get a straight beam on me.
Huh.
And we were in front of a bike shop called Wheels in Motion, and with my friend's Mercedes. There's 4 of us, and I was a backseat passenger, and it was his dad's Mercedes. They just came in. We were looking at, it was like 11 o'clock at night, looking at all these badass bicycles. They had it all lit up, and we're like, man, it's a good neighborhood too. I think we're gonna get carjacked. Sure enough, man, I'm looking in the window and I see these dudes creeping around. Holy man, and they're looking around. I just sensed it right away. My other guys are still going, look at this bike, man, this is cool. I go, fellas, look at it over here, man. As soon as I said that, they all turn around, they look at this car. Dude comes out of the passenger side with a shotgun, click,
Shotgun.
boom, saw it off too. Shoots it in the air and says, give me your dog. He actually said, hey dog, give me your. That's exactly how I'll never forget it. Wait, man, let me tell you something. My buddy threw the keys in here. They go, there's the keys, man. Take that. We all ran. The gun went off, bro. We're not gonna stick around going, what do you want? You know? 4 of us, bro. We're just looking at bikes in a nice neighborhood, and they start shooting at us. And I started zigzagging. They ran straight in that way, and then we just met up. They found the car the same night.
Huh.
They just beat the stereo out of it and didn't get anything. Picked it up, gave it back to his dad. We almost lost our life. Stupid.
Huh.
In a good neighborhood. Just people, I guess where I lived, I guess people are creeping while people are sleeping. And I shouldn't be up at those hours in the middle of those nights and stuff, because more prone to happen, I guess. You know, you can't window shop at 11 o'clock for bikes in a good neighborhood.
I mean, what's ironic?
This is funny we're talking. You know, I laugh at all this now because I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm still here. I survived a lot. But you got to understand, no. You know what the most thing that probably most killed me the most was probably running around with them whole Suge Knight people and things.
Right.
So yeah, I've got many obstacles over the years that I've jumped the right hurdles and successfully survived, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, I mean, what's
And
ironic?
cheers to everybody, including my enemies and everybody in the world, because I believe that smiles are contagious, man, and life is about happiness, and you got to pursue it. But, you know, everybody has a young moment that we're all regretful of, and if you could probably go back and change it, which you can't, you probably would. You probably have quite a few of them in your life that if I tapped into it, you probably go, that was one of the stupidest things I've ever did in my life, right?
Yes.
But the problem is yesterday's history. So if yesterday's history, tomorrow is a mystery. If you don't live day by day and you harp on all the from yesterday that you can't change anyway, you're wasting your time here on this planet. Think about that. And if you think about tomorrow too much, and you can't predict it, you really don't have a crystal ball. You're worrying about something that hadn't even happened yet. You're wasting your time again. And all you have is A to B. Spend your time precious. Don't even do it in a voting line. Don't even do it watching news channels. People, there's so many better things that you can time manage your days with that will lead to more happiness. Think about it.
What's ironic, though, is that after these situations, you went on the Stop the Violence tour.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Damn right, bro.
Where you opened up for EPMD, Ice-T, Stetsasonic, Mix-a-Lot, who's still rich and happy. You know, I interviewed him a while back.
Who?
Mix-a-Lot.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't fly.
Well, he made...
He's like, remember Madden?
Yeah.
John Madden?
Yeah, he didn't fly.
Never
yet.
flew.
Yeah, no, I remember when I interviewed him, he told me that he's made over $100 million off Baby Got Back.
Baby Got Back's made a lot of money, bro. I mean, because I believe, first of all, why own your publishing if you're not willing to leverage it? Some people own publishing and just sit around and say no to every single opportunity. But the reason you own publishing is because as you get on in your career, you can still monetize those tracks, number one. And number two, you can continue to record music with integrity. So in other words, I can get in the studio and I'm doing a new record now and I could give a shit less who buys it because I make money on my publishing. So I put the record out, I have fun. My fans that are hardcore want to hear it, they can have it. And I do videos like that. I did a video called Cars. Didn't even try to sell the record. I just did the video because I always wanted to do it. So that's the luxury you get from owning your publishing and, more importantly, using it properly. So yeah, Baby Got Back, I mean, tens of millions I think would be low.
So Baby Got Back has made over 100 million, you feel?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's definitely made over $100 million. I can tell you that. I mean, I just look at my lifestyle and where it's been since 1992, and it hasn't fallen off.
I'm sure he has.
Yeah.
Shit, I think more than that.
Yeah, all the movies, all the
Everything,
commercials.
man. Come on.
Everything.
Probably more.
Yeah.
That's understatement.
Yeah,
He's
he
probably
produced it.
lowballing you so you don't have to pay the IRS.
Right, because he produced it and he wrote the lyrics. So
He's the fucking badass.
Yep.
Legend, man. Come on.
Fact.
I've known him since fucking forever.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't recall the moment. It's funny because he doesn't recall it. I even brought it up to him. He goes, I don't remember that, Ice. And I heard you telling that story. And I said, well, that's funny. You don't remember it. But I got a whole gang of my whole crew and everything that remembers it. This is another funny story. The club was called Down Under One Club. I was opening up for him. I don't even think he knew who I was. I hadn't had a record out. It was not any kind of Vanilla Ice yet. So he might not remember me because I was just some punk kid that he didn't know. An opening act, he probably didn't know I even had an opening act that night. You know what I'm saying? It's a shitty club. He was just coming up. He did not have Baby Back yet. Nothing. He had a song called, This Is in the Hood.
My Posse's on Broadway?
Not even out yet.
Oh,
that
okay.
Before that.
Before that,
So
okay.
the song that he had was called the Square Dance Rap.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So, you remember that?
I remember that.
Whip it to the left, whip it to the right, don't whip it too hard because the jeans are tight.
Yeah. Square Dance Rap.
So
Yep.
that's the in-between there, before he had done shit. And some dude they got in a gun, we were performing, or about to perform or something like that. I think I performed and I was waiting for him and I was there, and I'm the only white dude, obviously, always, in any of the places I was at. But there was a kid with his shirt off and no fucking shoes, man. Came in with I can't make this shit up, bro, a musket rifle. And he fucking had a goddamn back, one of those pouches with made of leather with a thing, and he pulled it off, and he pulled the fucking thing off with his teeth, and he stuffed it in there, and he stuck a goddamn stick in the end of it, and he put a fucking deal in it, and he shot this dude's back window out, and it shot out smoke. Boom! It was loud. It was awesome. I was underneath a car in the parking lot watching this go on, and I looked over at Mix-a-Lot running too. I go, you don't remember getting that shit? And he goes, no. He must have just ran and never looked back. But it was that night. We were there. It was there. I couldn't forget that for the life of me. And they shot out the back window, and that was the reason the whole club came out to the parking lot. Dude. That's my Mix-a-Lot story.
Well,
funny though.
Ice Ice Baby comes out, blows up. You're going on huge tours, #1 record, etc., etc. And then at one point, Madonna shows up at one of your shows.
In New York.
And she's a mega star at this point.
Was that at, what's that venue? Famous venue in New York.
Madison Square Garden?
Boom.
Okay.
I'm not from New York. I do know the name.
Yeah, Madison
Brain
Square Garden.
farted, of course.
Okay, and
Madison
you gotta
Square
understand,
Garden.
at the time, Madonna was like the female Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Madonna is huge.
Was the female
man.
equivalent
Huge.
of Michael Jackson.
Shit. Yes. I don't even want to say bigger, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe even bigger than Michael at that time. There was a time where she might have been bigger than Michael.
Possibly. Possibly. She was huge.
Legend.
So, she came in your dressing room.
Oh, yeah.
What was that like?
Oh, I'm not going to give you all the stories on Madonna because out of respect for my wife, I got to be a gentleman and not tell you all that. But yeah, there's a lot of stories there. Wow. I'll just tell you that she was a sweetheart. She's a legend. And I wish I could tell you something like really fascinating about her that would just, be interesting. And honestly, when two people are dating, like when she came in, because we dated. So she came in the dressing room. Is that what you want to know? She came in and said hello.
Okay.
Hi, Madonna. Hi. And then she watched the entire show. She was dancing the entire time, and she was right there in the front row, just a little bit to the left, with her crew and her entourage. They were all dancing, heavy dancing, like sweating. I was like looking at them, like, damn, Madonna's dancing more than everybody in the crowd, and these are all teenagers. She was going off, loving it. And she came in after the show too, and then it was great, and introduced each other and exchanged phone numbers, and yeah, we went to eat, got to know each other a little bit and dated. And then it became just a normal relationship between two people, and there is no fireworks to tell you beyond that, because when you take away all the celebrity thing from both sides, you got two people that either have to like each other or they don't like each other.
Yeah.
You know, there's no cameras. There's two people, sitting in a room together, and then you have to either like each other. So that's it. We just kind of kicked it, and a year later, all the mess that everybody knows happened between us, and then it just fizzled out because of that sex book thing.
Right. So you were in her sex book.
Yeah.
There's a book called Sex, and it had a whole bunch of interesting imagery.
Interesting, all right.
Right.
Good lack of, for better words. Dirty. It was dirty, brother.
Dirty book.
I hope she doesn't show her daughter that. Maybe her daughter's old enough now, but boy, when she was growing up, I was watching it. I was like, damn. I never gave permission or signed any kind of permission to be in that book. I didn't know they were going to do a sex book and have me in there. I didn't know they were going to do all that. And I didn't know they were going to put me in that slutty package with her while I'm dating her. And see her in so many different ways that made me go, God, she made me look like the biggest fool on the planet. So that was the end of it for us.
Is it this right here? Yeah.
Oh, I've seen the book. Everybody's seen it's got like a metal copy, a metal cover to the book.
Well, I mean, you're with her and y'all are naked or partially naked.
Yeah.
Obviously, you see the photographer, right?
Yeah.
It's not like a hidden camera or anything.
No.
So you were just cool with someone just taking pictures, but you just didn't know what it was for?
I'm Vanilla Ice. How many people, every time I show up for any event, and Madonna too, pictures automatically happen.
Well, yeah, but this looks like an intimate moment, though.
When you try to control it, you end up like Miranda Lambert.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You just, hi, smile. But the thing is, that is just weird because I never knew where it was going, what it was doing. She had people around her. They were taking pictures of her all the time. What did I know? She had her makeup on. Hey, come over here. We didn't really stage or set up any of this stuff. It was a movement. And when you're dealing with this photographer, that's probably one of the greatest legendary photographers in the world, Weber, right?
I think so, yeah.
Legend himself, beyond, right?
Yeah.
You're told to just follow that legend's direction and do whatever the fuck. They're just gonna do some pictures of you guys. Okay, cool. We're on the beach. We're over at my house, actually. That was all my, and I'm like, great. But I didn't see this book coming out like this. They didn't tell us, hey, you're about to be involved in the sluttiest package ever produced by any singing celebrity in the history of the world, almost pornographic, if not, it is pornographic.
Yeah, it's kind of pornographic, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So I didn't like it, and I wasn't asked, I wasn't told, it was elusive, it was done under the radar with me, never brought to my attention, and then when it came out, it was shocking, and it ended our relationship, but who gives a shit, man? I'm happy, I got kids, beautiful wife, and love is real. That's some puppy shit. Love is the hardest thing. Frank Sinatra says that you're nobody, no matter who you are. You can have trillions of dollars, but you're nobody in this world. You ain't nobody till somebody loves you. And it's true, man.
Yeah.
Well,
didn't she propose to you at one point?
Madonna proposed to me, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird, right?
And you said no?
Proposes to a, I told her I'm way too young for you.
Okay.
I said, I ain't thinking about marriage.
How much older was she than you at the time?
Woo! Man, the oldest girl I've ever dated in my whole life.
Okay, well, hold on. Madonna, age?
She was
She is 65. You're how old?
Oldest girl I ever dated. She's 10 years.
So you're 55.
Yeah.
So she was 10 years old. So you were like 20.
And I was a kid, brother. I was 20.
20, and she was 30. Well, that's not too bad, though.
To a 20-year-old? I never dated anybody even older than me, I'm like,
yeah, man.
when you're 20, you're barely a teenager. You're barely an adult.
I had a serious relationship with an older woman.
You're still
older
a
women,
teenager
They
at
know
20.
tricks that you haven't seen before. Like, they pull some shit out the bag that you're like, whoa, I didn't know that was possible.
Well, I'm still waiting for that bag. Didn't show up.
Didn't show up. Okay. All right. Fair enough. You were Madonna, huh?
I don't have any fireworks or anything to tell you about it.
She's
the truth
big.
behind it is,
she's big about proposing to men, because I remember when I interviewed Dennis Rodman, he said that she proposed
did that to him too.
Yeah. And she tried to get pregnant by him also.
Well, it worked with Sean Penn.
It did? Yeah, and Guy Ritchie. Yeah,
Hey, out of all respect for my wife, just take it with light humor and understand it's just pop culture. And it's, there's nothing there. It's many, many years ago, and it's entertainment, it's stories, it's funny. But yeah, that book was pathetic.
So you were upset over the book, and that's why you guys broke up.
100%.
Got it.
Without
Did you ever run into her after that?
No.
Never?
No.
Okay.
Never seen her, heard from her at all since then. No.
Well, in
Tried to call me on the phone and I wouldn't answer it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Never.
Well, in 91, there was a situation where you got arrested for a firearm charge. So according to reports, you're outside of a supermarket and a homeless guy tried to sell you a silver chain.
I don't know if it was silver. Silver?
Something.
It was a chain.
Yeah.
It was a necklace.
They say you pulled out a gun on him.
I did.
Okay.
This guy was scaring the shit out of me, man. He pulled up at Ralph's, Laurel Canyon. It's funny because I had Shapiro, the same guy that got OJ off, get me off.
Okay.
Yeah. But you know, I was innocent. There's a different thing there.
Right.
So what happened is that I was at Ralph's getting groceries after filming all day, cool as ice. So we finished, and it was probably around 11, 12 at night, late night, right? Some guy, I'm sitting in the parking lot, and my bodyguard and my friend Darren went in to get the groceries, and I'm just sitting there in the parking lot, and they're smart enough to leave their guns in the car, I guess, because they're not going to go into the grocery store with guns in Los Angeles. You can do that anywhere else, but you can't do it in California. We understand that.
Yeah, unless you have a carry permit, which is hard to get.
They did not have carry permits for that state.
Yeah.
And you can't get one for that state unless you're an ex-cop. So there's a lot of rules on handguns and stuff in California that don't exist in the states that we're from.
Right.
I don't know all this stuff. I'm running around. I got Suge Knight after me. I got all these people I've seen. I'm carrying a gun. I don't give a shit what you say. I've seen guns, whether they have permits or not. I've seen too much shit in my life, shit that I just explained to you. So there's no way that we're gonna go run around. I got 2 bodyguards and they both carry guns. I didn't carry one personally, but he left his gun in the car. Thank goodness. It was in the back seat, sitting on the floorboard, and they went to get groceries. Smart thing to do. You don't want to go in a grocery store with a gun. And next thing I know, this guy's trying to sell me a necklace. He's stinky bum, fucking beating on my window, trying to smash the window with the necklace, like, psh, psh, what about a necklace? And I'm like, no, dude, it's cool. Go away, please. I'm okay. And then he starts getting aggressive and starts smashing it like he's trying to smash the window, and the necklace is hitting the window, and you can hear it all going, and I'm like, shit, he's about to shatter the fucking glass on me. And I go, get the fuck back, dude. What the fuck is this shit? I don't want the necklace, you know? And he's like, get my fucking necklace. I'm like, God damn, bro, this is like a zombie necklace sale or some shit. He would not go the fuck away. And I go, what the fuck, man? And I'm reaching around, and I'm like, I'm about to get shattered. I'm holding my hand up, and I'm reaching around. I go, no way, he left his gun here. I pulled it out, and I go, I set it on my lap. I didn't put it on him. I go, man, please, get the fuck away from this vehicle. He goes, it's cool, dog. It's cool, dog. And then he left. Put the gun back. I leaned my seat back. I'm waiting for him to go get the groceries. I thought it was over.
He goes to the police?
10, 15 minutes later, the SWAT team, forget the police.
Damn.
I'm talking 30 cops, man, with the shields. Shields out, SWAT across them. Step out of the vehicle, face down on the ground. I get out of the vehicle, man. I get hit 3 or 4 times in the back of the head, pistol whip, they call it, with the back of the shotgun. Pretty bad. I said, hey, you know, I'm not trying to be anything here, but I don't know what's going on, you know? They said, we got a call that you're robbing the store. And I go, man, I'm not robbing this store. I don't rob stores. What are you talking about? Foot on my neck, hard too. I remember like, and I was like, I can't talk. Let me just say what I go. And he go, holy shit, are you Vanilla Ice? Is that Vanilla Ice down there? I go, yeah, yeah, it is. And they go, Chief, this is Vanilla Ice.
He's probably not robbing the store.
All the guns went, kind of eased up. They were ready to shoot us, man. They were ready to fucking blast everybody, and then they kind of eased up a minute, and then they all came over to have a look and go, holy fuck, it is Vanilla Ice, you know, and do their whole thing. And at that point, they realized that, you know, and then my guys come out of it with groceries. Look at all this shit, and they're like, and they see me on the ground with the cops, and they're like, what happened? What happened? Put them in handcuffs. All 4 of us in the car were in handcuffs. I'm the only one that goes to jail. Every cop comes by. This is before selfies and stuff, so they had the cameras. They went and got the cheap.
Oh yeah, the disposable cameras, yeah.
I had all day, all night sitting in that cell taking pictures with every cop in the entire force. And I'm sitting there in the jail, man. They let me out the next day. I go into a room and I meet Robert Shapiro, guy who got OJ off. This is before he did OJ. And when I saw him doing OJ, I go, that's the guy who got me off way back in the day. But I didn't know about gun charges in LA and all that. So that they hit me with those type of things. But it was probably a good decision. I really didn't know what that guy was trying to do. He was trying to really fuck shit up, you know, and I probably should have just not reached for the gun. Probably should have just put it in drive or in left, or, you know, you always think about what you could have done differently to not end up in that situation when you're sitting in a jail cell going, why did I do that?
Well, like you said, at the time you were filming Cool as Ice, which was...
Hey, man.
You had a starring role in that. That film, from what I understand, cost $6 million to make, but only made $1.2 million at the box office.